good morning everyone. This is Dylan Mandel with Nebraska Extension, and we really don't know what we have in store for today. We spent yesterday planting South Central Ag Laboratory, and we had a big day planned to go up north of Wayne, Nebraska to the Haskell Ag Laboratory to plant our white mold research nursery up there. But it sounds like they're a little bit too wet still. So we're gonna put that off, and we've got several other sites around the state we could go work on. Right now I'm gonna head off, we're gonna meet with the team, and we're gonna decide what we can do and where we can go. If you've never been to UNL's Plant and Pest Diagnostic Clinic, I'll show you real quick how to get there, because that's where my office actually is, right next to the clinic. So I get to see a lot of the samples that come in. It's located on East Campus in Plant Sciences Hall. If you know this courtyard, if you ever spent time in the agronomy department, it's gonna be through this courtyard and then up the main stairs. The whole second floor of this building is the agronomy department. There's classrooms and stuff. So a lot of people around the state had spent a little bit of time in this building. Through the main doors, there's the Gooding Learning Center where a lot of courses are. And if you come to the right, there's an elevator. And then go up to the fourth floor, the top of the building. The fourth floor is where the plant pathology department is. And you come off the door and then boom. Plant and Pest Diagnostic Clinic, Nebraska Extension. So here's the clinic. Ryan sits here at the front desk. And then my office is one of these. Kyle Broderick, our diagnostician's office, is over there. And then the clinic is these two doors right here. There's a clean lab for molecular analysis, and there's a dirty lab for plants when they first come in. So, and if you've never brought plant samples in here, just come on in sometime. If you're in Lincoln, stop in, come up to the clinic. We love to talk about problems or whatever you're dealing with. And we've got resources here to help growers across the state. Okay, so we're planning, talking to Banu, and I think we're gonna go to INREC today. Banu, where are you at? We're gonna go to INREC today, maybe Scal Monday, or maybe Haskell Monday. We don't really know yet. We're trying to figure out pre-emergent, and it's really hard to plan around when it's gonna rain, because we need rain to get that activated. So that's a little bit of our trouble. And I think we'll just go today, get one of those sites done, and then we'll figure out over the weekend and what we're doing next. But after a long morning of logistics, we're getting loaded up, and we're actually gonna go to INREC and try to plant today. We made it up to INREC, and we're getting ready. We had to unload off a trailer from last week. We're gonna go out to this sprinkler field that we do a lot of our work in. And we're gonna plant in it's gonna be a little bit of a challenge because we gotta use bulk boxes, and we're gonna plant single rows, different varieties, and there's gonna be some replication and in a weird order. This is gonna be a really neat trial with a new technology in it that's gonna help show when disease is infecting these. So we're monitoring these in an area that we know has disease, and hopefully it's gonna be a really cool demonstration, and we're gonna learn a lot about how we can use these tools to plan fungicide applications in the state going forward. Okay, so we're getting set up, 2 maps. One map. This is a little bit of setup how we do our maps. This is this weird field that's laid up and they're in small chunks. These are bulk, a lot of these are bulk, and these are bulk, but we've got to come in. Some of them have plots. So these right here are plotted out. You can see how we've done those plots. They're replicated and randomized so we can get a good idea of what the treatments are actually doing. Bonnie, where are we at today?
We're right here in this border.
Let me go and I'll set up the GPS. We'll load into those bulk boxes. We'll lay this out really quick. It's a grid. So they're starting way over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Easy setup. 9 and 10. Back. Let's start. Enable. So we want to be 2.5 feet off this row of poles. You can see some tracks there. we sprayed this out. I just clicked it on, and we're gonna auto steer right into place as a check. Now we're 2.5 feet off, because if you look up ahead, we've got some wider obstructions in there, and then we're saving a wider alley on this side because we're gonna bring a trailer in there with a camera that's gonna look down over these plots and observe those changes. I'll turn this off, we'll do the rest of our layout, and then we'll get started. We just ran about 10 feet, we're gonna dig. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, we're over 1.5 inches.
Yeah.
That's good, it's cold, that'll give it time. Okay, now let's run it.
Simple. Let's show everybody. So people know about it. Guys. Listen.
It's a little tractor, so it's bouncy, but it's pretty straight. Also, this is a new field that's been in grass for a while, so it's still a little rough. End of row approaching already. We've got to watch out for irrigation.
Oh, we got it small. Yeah, we got it small.
You didn't think I was going to stop, did you? Right on the money. So we got to switch out seed on these bulk bins after we do one treatment. I saw a gopher hole up there that was like a basketball could have gone in it.
Yeah, I almost had my feet in there.
Dude, this was one that it was like straight down too, and it was this big around. I'm not exaggerating, it was that big around. Now we're loading the next seed in. We'll have just several passes of that, and then we'll load a third one in, several passes of that. This one's pretty straightforward. We very skillfully planted the first one, those bulk boxes. Now this doesn't go all the way to the end of this field. We've got another one down there, and that's gonna have maybe some different varieties that are jumping around a little bit more, so we're gonna change seed more often. This first one we needed bigger blocks so a UAV could see it and get better data on it, like it was more of a field trial, not just small plot. This one is going to have a tower looking down on it, evaluating it in real time all season long. That tower is going to go in the middle of these two blocks. It's sort of set up more like a square. That tower is going to be looking down and being able to basically watch these plots nonstop. But the colors that we're setting up, that Bono and Gio are setting up, are representing which varieties are going to go in there. I think we've just got 4 of them in this. And we're gonna come in, plant them. We're gonna use the same bulk boxes on the planter. We'll come in, we'll hit those lines, but it's gonna be a lot of back and forth on this one. All right, we're rolling on the second one, and actually this one's looking to be a lot easier so far because it's a lot of the same varieties just moved around. So we're just jumping all over the place getting this one in. but not bad. They're doing pretty good though over there. A little faster than us. We're lining up with this first sprinkler. We need buffers around this one, so that's why we're sticking those. It's going well. They're watching me, making sure I don't mess anything up. That's how short it is. We're back and forth, and here's what we planted earlier. It's just a little thing. We just finished planting this though. It went really well. It was sort of a weird routine, switching around a bunch of boxes, and got through. If you can tell, that's where we planted the other trowel. We used to not plant this middle stretch, but we did some tests last year and our irrigation's running deep enough under there. We dug a bunch of holes. It's deep. We worked it, and I think it's going to turn out really good. And we did one last year too, and it worked out awesome. So, you know, more beans is less weeds. So we're going to run that. Those two plots down on the end, or those four, are going to be sweet corn. And then we've got corn on the back side of this. Our corn pathology group, Tamara Jackson Zims and Brad Tarnish, they're working on those. So we work really closely with them. It's all the same system. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching today. It was one of those rare days where everything just seemed to work, and we got everything in right away. So no problems. We're happy you could see it. We'll be back Monday, maybe. We're going up north. So we'll let you follow along and show you what we do up there.